Hey guys, welcome back to another video. And today I got I didn't get a request today. About a week ago at this point, I got a request to do a more in-depth tutorial on how to make the paint scheme concepts videos I do. And so today I'm gonna do that. Yeah, the reason it took so long to make this video is because, one, editing takes a while. Two, I was out of town when I got the request, and then most of the time I'm at school all week, so yeah. Anyway, today I am going to be making this car right here into a Rickware 15 version, so with this font. So I'm going to show you how to do that and a few other tips as well. First of all, if you're trying to get into making these, I suggest using Paint.net or any other photo editing program that has layers, because that's really important, is to have layers. You can try doing it without, but I'm going to guess it would be a lot harder. Same thing you're going to want is there's this website called Jace. It's just a website about a bunch of NASCAR stuff, news, and what I use it for, paint schemes. They have all these paint schemes and even more from before that they just don't show on here. It goes back quite a bit. But yeah, they have almost every single paint scheme. I've caught a few paint schemes that haven't been on here, but that's not that big of a deal. You can also go by race, which sometimes is easier because if it's from the same track, sometimes the pictures will be taken from the same angle. So let's just go into, say, Stuart Haas for now. So they'll show you even like renderings, they'll show you pictures from the track, more renderings, stuff like that. So yeah, it's pretty easy to navigate. If you're first starting out, I would consider either using images from the Talladega race or the Daytona race, because as you can see, most of them are taken from almost the exact same angle, so you won't have to like try and figure out the sizing and proportions and all that. It'll just be a lot easier if you're like plopping a number. Say you're plopping, I don't know, the 5 onto this corduroy scheme. It'll be from the same angle, so it'll be a lot easier to do. But yeah, they got pretty much every single scheme that was ran. They even have schemes that weren't ran in the actual Daytona 500, like this 13 scheme. Yeah, they have every scheme from every race of the year, even years past. So yeah, now that we're done with that, we can actually start doing this. So basically, yeah, I'm putting this 15 font onto this 15 car to update it a little bit, give it like a 2021 font, 2021 Rickware Racing font. I forgot to mention this, but if you don't know how to do this and you're really a noob at this, all you do is right-click, click Copy Image, and then you go here, click on New, and then the proportions that are here is just going to be whatever you just copied, so it'll fit perfectly, and then you just press the paste button right there. If you're having any trouble with Paint.net or whatever you're using, I'm sure there's a ton of tutorials on YouTube. So yeah, basically, I am just gonna copy this whole thing, go to a new layer, paste it, and sometimes it'll not be the exact perfect size, so it's just barely too big, so that doesn't really matter. And then what you want to do is you want to get rid of everything but the number, if you're just changing the number. Sometimes you might be changing something else. Just whatever you're trying to do, you gotta cut whatever you don't need, you know? So and you don't have to get it perfect, you just gotta get the relative area, because then you can go in with smaller cuts and stuff like that later. So, yeah. And then, what I usually do is I just grab the eraser tool, get a really big brush size, and just erase everything I don't need. So yeah. Oop, that was a bit too close. And if you ever mess up, there's obviously just this undo thing right here. Just gotta be really careful. I'm probably gonna zoom in a little bit. See, I even trimmed too close there. But yeah, you just gotta kind of trim off anything you don't need using the eraser tool. You could also use the select tool or the lasso select tool, but that's a bit weird. I don't really like using that. I usually just use eraser, even though it's sometimes not the most efficient thing to use, the most precise thing to use. It's what I like to use, so yeah. And then once you got pretty much the basic outline of it, you're just going to want to go to a smaller brush size. And then just get the little details. Then once you got those little details, go to a smaller brush size. And the first one of these I did was actually a Christopher Bell cup car, using his scheme from Cup. Oh, hold on, that doesn't look good. Using his scheme from Cup from 2020 and just plopping a 20 on it. That looks a bit better. I want to touch it up a bit in a minute. So yeah, it's not all that hard once you get used to it. Yeah. Let me see here. Too much, alright. How about this? We're going to copy this to a new layer. That might be the easiest. Then we'll just cut it from this layer. Alright. So now I just put it onto a new layer, so it won't interfere with the other bits I have of it. So if we plop that, that fits pretty good. Didn't think it was going to fit that well. First try. Yeah, I definitely have to do some trimming on the number some more. So let me just do that real quick. So yeah, now what we're going to do is we're going to change the color of this, because it kind of looks a little bit weird with the green on this car. Primarily black and red car. So we are just going to do a little changing of the colors here. So we'll grab maybe this color. This might be more accurate. Grab that. Whoop, hold on, wrong layer. Whoa, baby. Sometimes the paint bucket tool is not the most accurate, as you can see. Not the most accurate. So if using the paint bucket tool doesn't always work and it's like going into where you don't want it to, another thing you can do is you can just use the line tool. Oh, that's way too big. You can use the line tool and outline what you want to. and you fill it. Wow, that's still not alright. That works better. And then for the darker green shaded area, I'm probably just gonna grab a darker. I'm gonna make this red a bit darker. Let's see if that. Ooh, that doesn't look too bad. That looks pretty good. Alright, now we're gonna do the same thing we just did, but over here I gotta grab the right color. So yeah, there's that. Oh, and the curves as well can be very difficult, but if you know how to use the line tool right, you got these little circles, and if you do them the right way, it like kind of like curves them. Got that. Alright, now we can fill it with color. Looking nice. Looking real nice. Now we're going to grab this color. We're going to plop that in there. Alright, let's just take a step back and see how this is. Whoa. And see how this is looking so far. Alright, look at that. I think we're good with the number. I don't think we gotta do anything else, because it looks pretty good. Now, should we do this number or the background? I think we should just remove the background number now. So we're gonna hide both of these so they're not in our way. And now we're just gonna literally just try and get rid of the number. So the best way to do this is do the color picker tool. Grab a color in the area you're trying to do it. Grab the paintbrush, and just color right over it. And if it doesn't look like the perfect color, there's ways to fix that, like by taking the hardness down. Kind of like makes it this airbrush kind of thing. I might have to, hold on, yeah, kind of gives it this airbrush kind of feel to where it's like kind of shading into the, wow, that was not very straight. It's kind of shading into what you're coloring on top of. That was not straight either. Wow. Come on. Alright, so, yeah. I might just grab a color from down here. That looks pretty good. So we're going to use that for down here, and then I'll show you how you can kind of mix them a little bit. So make this a bit smaller to get more precise. That might have been too small. And you can kind of see the little divide there between where I colored and where it's actually there. So the best way to do this is get a bigger brush width, and then turn the hardness all the way down, and it'll kind of have this airbrush feel, and kind of mix them together a bit, so it's a little harder to tell where the difference is. Do the same thing over here to kind of like mix it a bit. That looks too good. That's not too good. It looks pretty good. Now we're going to have to try. Now this is the hard part, mixing two colors like this. Hold on, let me see real quick. Oh, wrong layer. Grab that, and then I'll switch and grab this. Oop. Alright, turn this all the way up. I'm gonna follow along this little line that's already here. Kinda. Oop. And then we're just gonna fill this all in. So we got that filled in. Now we're going to switch colors. Get this. And I'll show you how you can kind of how you can kind of blend them together. Fill this in. I feel like I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing to make this video look good. So let me show you how you can kind of. So you're gonna want to turn this up quite a bit. Bring the hardness down. As you can see, it kind of mixes them together. Kind of. Still gonna want to do a little bit of work on this. Sorry for now. Let's see how it looks with the number on. Whoa, wrong layer. See, that doesn't look too bad. Could be better, obviously. But it's good for now. Now we just gotta cover up this little tip of a number there. So again, you just grab the color you want. Grab the right, way too big. Grab the right width. And you just, fill it in like that. Whoop, that did not go well. But yeah, you just fill that little space in. Bring the hardness down a little bit. So yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Alright, so you just fill this in here. And obviously we can go around and get the details a bit closer. We're just going to get this color. Just give it that tad bit more of pizzazz, you know. Just fill this. Oh, whoa. Oh, man. That's sometimes a problem, though, if you do too much and you go over, sometimes you have to restart, which stinks. So, yes, here we go. Looking good, looking good. Just gonna turn this down quite a bit. Just want to get in this little area here. Back up, looking good. So let's add in the number and see how it looks. Now that looks pretty good, if I do say so myself. But obviously I wouldn't say it was bad because I made it. That's probably going to be the end of part 1 because this video is taking longer than I thought. So part 2 should be out fairly soon, hopefully. So yeah, I will see you in the next video, and bye-bye.